loves it when I am on camera. Hi everyone, it's Mary Warner and I'm super excited to be here with you. This week I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a simple question that when asked 3 ways, you will be able to improve your performance, or at least your boss's perception of your performance. So the question is a simple one. How can I help? Now, I want to start by saying I got this question from a show called New Amsterdam. It's new this season on NBC. And the premise is that the medical director comes in and asks this question of all of his department heads and truly wants to know how can he be of service to them so they can get their jobs done. So I've really been thinking about this question for the past 3-4 weeks since the show aired, because it's a powerful question. Simple but powerful. I had a boss who used to walk around and ask all of our team members, "Hey, how are you doing? Can I help with anything?" And it really felt like she was needy, like she needed something to do. And it kind of annoyed us. But every once in a while, somebody would give her a task and she would go off to her office and we'd never see the task completed. So we'd just be like, okay, that got her out of our way. Let's finish up our work. Well, that's not the best use of that question, is it? We later discovered, kind of reflecting to each other, that we probably should, really thought of an answer for that question and given her a task that our manager could assist us with. So that was many years ago, and I've learned a lot since then. So that is my first question for you. It's a doozy. So I want you to imagine that your boss comes to you and asks, "How can I help?" What are you going to tell them? Really, what would you say to your boss if they came to your desk and said, "How can I help?" Imagine that you're at a peak high volume period and you need help with something. What would you say to your boss? Would it be to hand them some work to do? I want you to write down an answer where your boss, the leader of your group, could actually influence how your work is being done, or to really give you some relief and be more efficient or effective at your job. So this is a big question. I want you to take some time to think about that one, but really think about it, okay? Because the second part of this first question is, once you come up with that, I want you to go to your boss and tell them that this is what you needed help with, and give them what you think they can do to help you. So let's say you are at a peak high volume season. Maybe every year your volume increases at this time of year, and what you really need help with is an extra body. Well, what is your best solution for that extra body? Do you hand work to a coworker? Well, maybe they're swamped, so that's not a good option. Maybe you get a temporary resource in. Well, it's already kind of past that time. We'd need to train them, and that would take 3 weeks, and by then I might as well do the work myself. Okay. So maybe you get an administrative assistant from another department to come in and assist with some of those clerical and administrative tasks. That frees you up to get the other work done. That might take enough off your plate. So go into your boss and pitch whatever you think is the best solution to your issue. I know that will take being vulnerable, but awesome things come when you are vulnerable. So I want you to go into your boss with a solution, not just saying, "Hey, I need help." All right. So maybe you're working on a project and what you really need, you've got a roadblock. This leader in this other department just won't give you time on their calendar, or you're running into issues with, budget or something like that. That is what your boss can help with. They can help run interference or get on that leader's calendar. They're not going to go to the meeting for you, but they're going to help you so that you can get your job done. Does that make sense? All right. The second question, again, same question, how can I help? But this time, I want you to ask a coworker. How can you help a coworker? And I want you to be open to whatever their answer is. So you see a coworker struggling and just offer assistance. Say, "Hey, Bob, do you need any help with that?" Or "How can I help you with that?" and see what he says. Sometimes Bob is going to say, no, I'm good. I got it. Sometimes he's going to say, I just cannot get to these phone calls. I've got this big project and I can't get to these, whatever it is. Just accept it and say, yeah, I got, an hour tomorrow. I can definitely bang that out for you. If you have a time constraint going in, just let him know, hey, Bob, I got an hour tomorrow and I've got a half an hour on Friday. I can help you with, is there anything I can help you with? And see what he says and just take it and go with it. If you go in assuming he's going to give you that project, that's probably not the best way to approach it. All right. So if you go in and say, hey, Bob, let me take that from you. How's that sound? I mean, really genuinely go in with how can I help and just let it happen. If he says, oh, I don't even know, I'm so swamped, I don't even know what I can hand you. Well, then maybe you do have an idea. Hey, let me just take one or two little things and get those done for you. Check them off your list and get them done. That might help Bob. That might be enough for him to say, oh, thanks. I didn't even know. Like, oh, I appreciate it. And maybe you just have a process suggestion for him. Maybe Susie over in accounting does your reimbursement for expenses, and he's got this pile on his desk. Just be like, hey, Bob, you can take that over to Susie. She'll just do that for you. Just whatever way you can help your coworker and just free up their day. That will make you look like a team player, and your teammates will definitely share that with the boss when the time comes. So don't forget to offer help to your coworkers with no expectation of anything coming back to you. The last question I want you to ask is go to your boss and ask, how can I help? Now, I realize you just went in and asked them for help. So you may not want to do this on the same day. So let's say your big project is done and you've got a little extra time on your hands. Go into your boss and say, how can I help? When was the last time you asked your boss for more work? Maybe you're that person that does it all the time. If you're not, you should try it, because that's how you can get those projects. Or go in with something specific in mind. This time it's okay because it's your boss, and say, hey, I heard you have this big project coming up. How can I help you with that? And that way you can assist your boss in looking good, because when your boss looks good, you look good. All right. So take the initiative, go into your boss's office and ask if you can help. You then look like you are helpful, you are showing initiative, you are a team player, and you are thoughtful. You are considerate. These are all great characteristics in a leader. You think outside the box. You are being a strategic thinker, because you're not just going in with a problem, you're going in with an option for a solution. Bosses love that. Go in, talk to your boss. Sometimes being vulnerable is the best thing you can do for yourself. Admitting when you need help. Maybe it's just you need to brainstorm some ideas and talk through some options. Maybe that's all you need. Just say, hey, let me throw this out at you and see what you think. And maybe your boss has a better idea. You have to be open to their response as well. All right, I want to hear from you. So let me know in the comments below. How did you answer that question? If your boss comes to your desk and asks, how can I help? What did you say? And what do you think they can help you with? How can they help you? I can't wait to hear all of your answers. I know you guys are brilliant. So let me know in the comments, and I'll be back in touch with you as soon as I can. Let's keep the conversation going. All right, have a great day. Bye.